get to the question. So, tell me about your family life.
Well, you see, I grew up thinking my mom was my sister and my grandparents were my legitimate parents. I was my mother's secret shame. I, Theodore, scandalized my mom's deeply religious parents.
Interesting. That's a hard burden to carry on your shoulders.
You betcha.
You were young. So, in your childhood, was there any indication your life would turn out like this?
When I was 3, I thought knives were just the most fascinating thing, yet I knew I was shy. I think my teenage years really sparked the dark side of me. I began peering into people's windows and stealing things.
That's intense for a teenager. All right, so I see that you went into higher education. Can you tell me a little about that?
Alright, well, let's see. I graduated from Woodrow Wilson High School in 1965. Went to the University of Puget Sound from there. Transferred to the University of Washington to learn some Chinese.
Interesting.
But dropped out in 1968.
Oh.
Went back in 1970, re-enrolled in the university, got my honors in psychology. Finally, I then went to 1974 to enroll in the University of Utah to study law.
Have you been looking for a job recently?
Haven't seen the need.
Pretty busy, huh?
Busy enough.
Now let's actually talk about the victims. So here we see all of your past victims. Can you tell me a little about that?
Well, I confessed to 36, so we'll leave that up to interpretation.
That is sick. Is that all?
Excuse me?
Oh. So I've noticed many of these young women resemble a young Stephanie Brooks.
No, please. No, don't bring her up.
Why?
You can't talk about her. She was my everything, apparently I was too immature. Give me a break. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. So, you were never diagnosed with a mental disorder, were you?
No.
Interesting.
Next question, please.
All right. So how exactly did you capture your victims?
Well, you see, that was quite simple. I would just pretend to be hurt or sick or in need of something and use my cunning charm and good looks to lure the girls into my car. From then on, it's pretty easy. Not much of a struggle.
Get in the car and put these in for me?
Yeah.
Thanks. Just climb on in.
Okay.
And then I'll hand them to you.
Okay.
It'll really help me get them.
Thank you.
Ah!
But you were capturing women from the ages of 12 all the way to 36.
Sounds like you did your research.
I did. I'm a reporter. So, that's all I have for you today, Ted Bundy. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Bye! Ted Bundy was finally put to death on January 24th, 1789. He was killed by the electric chair. That day, a group of eager people waiting to see his death gathered, and once he was electrocuted, fireworks went off, and the crowd cheered. That is Ted Bundy, serial killer,